Death Row started to announce that they were going to put out a Jennifer Lopez adult tape. Can you tell me about how you guys obtained it, what it was, and why it never came out?
The Bennifer divorce has been all that folks have been talking about for a minute. Ever since then, fans have been wishing for the two to give their marriage another chance. However, it looks like that's long gone. Apparently, the couple's divorce was caused by Diddy. Now, what does this mean? And what does Diddy have to do with J-Lo's divorce? Well, reports are saying that J-Lo was in one of Diddy's tapes, and when Ben got to know about it, he straight up went for divorce. And it's not some insider source spilling the tea. Suge Knight's the one singing here, so you might want to sit down. Just what exactly did he say? And what's this talk about some footage implicating J-Lo in a shooting incident? Let's find out.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a story. So there's definitely a tape out there. Definitely.
So Suge Knight has entered the drama, and he sure has everyone's attention. Why? Well, the man came in with some pretty bold claims regarding the ongoing divorce.
And they get all these videos of J-Lo doing this and J-Lo doing that. And they know the fact that J-Lo lied and said that the gun was Shine or whatever, and took that man to prison and destroyed his life.
Everyone and their grandma knows by now that Ben and Jennifer are calling it off. But why exactly? Why do Ben and Jennifer suddenly decide to go their separate ways? Well, it looks like Suge has the answer to everyone's questions. In the recent episode of his podcast, Collect Calls with Suge Knight, Suge claims that Jennifer and Ben's divorce is because of what the FBI was able to seize from Diddy's house during the raid. Yeah, you heard that right. The evidence that the officials got their hands on has J-Lo in it. Suge said they go raid Puffy's house, and they get all these videos of J-Lo doing this and J-Lo doing that.
Because Suge claims the FBI may have confiscated tapes from the raids on Diddy's mansions earlier this year.
In case you don't know what Suge is referring to, let us break it down for y'all. Back in 1999, when J-Lo and Diddy were dating, the couple stepped out for a night of partying along with rapper Shine. However, the celebrations were interrupted when a fight broke out between Diddy and another guy at the club. And the next thing people in the club heard were shots being fired. The three were investigated, but unfortunately, it was Shine who had to serve time. He got sentenced to 10 years in prison.
When you do evil shit like this, regardless of the person being good or bad, but when you do stuff like that, it does come back to you later on in life. It comes back to you in form of your career doesn't get off the way it needs to, destruction, money loss, these kinds of things.
Meanwhile, Diddy and J-Lo remained untouched during the legal drama. Now, Diddy never admitted to framing Shine when he was the one who fired shots that night. But you know what they say, the truth doesn't stay in the dark for too long. Shine has since then stepped out of prison, and he's publicly blaming Diddy for what he put him through. During a recent interview, the rapper said, "It opens wounds when you hear, the victim saying that, it was Diddy that shot her." Shine further added, "Everyone knew all along that I was the fall guy. But my political enemies and, detractors try to make me into, this criminal. But everyone knew that I was a young kid that took the fall. Everyone knew that. That was the story. I'm just saying that I maintained my innocence all this time." I mean, fans haven't really felt the same about Diddy ever since all the lawsuits came out, but the fact that Diddy ruined Shine's entire life wasn't something anyone was going to look past. Shine also claimed, "I didn't get into who did what, but the victim is telling you who did what, and I understand that there are other witnesses. Fragments were never removed, so there was never any forensic testing to say who it was, but the victims are vindicating me. Witnesses are vindicating me, but I have moved on. I am not trying to relive that." The victim from that night's shooting also came forward to confirm that Diddy was the one who opened fire that night. She said, "I literally watched them pull out the guns. I had a clear point of view. I mean, for God's sake, I got shot in my nose. I was facing them directly. I watched everything occur and have described it vehemently to all parties involved," Rubin said. "I have 9 bullet fragments remaining in my face." What's more, she wants the case to be reopened so Diddy and J-Lo suffer the consequences. And guess what? Suge thinks that if there's anyone who should be blamed for the incident, it's Diddy and J-Lo. During the interview, he said, and they know the fact that J-Lo lied and said that the gun was Shine's or whatever and sent that man to prison, destroyed his life, and she knew it was Puffy's.
Suge alleges that he truly believes that the FBI called Affleck and said, hey, we have some things to tell you about your wife. So there you have it.
But that's not even the most shocking part. According to Suge, the officials handed the footage implicating J-Lo in the incident over to Ben, so he had an idea what was going on before it hit the internet. He said it's a white man who got respect in the white world. I'm quite sure they said, we want to show you some things about your wife. Now there's more to what Suge has to say. According to him, he thinks that Ben decided to file for divorce when he came across what J-Lo was up to back in 1999. He said, I'm quite sure they headed for divorce because that's a man who had a good life. He further said, great parents don't spend a lot of money. Ain't tripping off paparazzi, he's living his life. He got his own team. She done brought all that extra stuff out and now that mother ducker. He won out. And the tea doesn't end here. Sources are also saying that J-Lo might have made an adult tape with Diddy back when the two were dating. Now the tape's out there somewhere and some are saying that Ben might have gotten his hands on the tape too, ultimately making him file for divorce.
I personally feel like she has gotten away with a lot of shit and she has not been forward or honest. And we got to be here calling out her bullshit.
And if you ask fans, they aren't too happy with the way things are looking for the pair. The divorce hasn't been finalized yet because Lopez wants to save herself from further embarrassment and humiliation. A source revealed, she's furious, says the source. He has humiliated her. He was the one who initiated getting back together. The insider further claimed, he's humiliated her because she made a big deal that he's the love of her life. They just had 2 weddings 2 years ago. This is some kind of a record. They're not young kids. The two spent time away on their 2nd-year anniversary, which was just around the corner. But that's not it. Jennifer Lopez was seen with Ben's daughter, heading towards a restaurant. And just when fans were trying to hope for a reconciliation, Ben went ahead and bought his $20.5 million mansion. And we all know that if this decision wasn't permanent, Ben definitely wouldn't have made a purchase as big as this one. Now fans are talking about Suge's claims, and it does look like the man knows what he's talking about. So in case Ben did decide to part ways with J-Lo because of Diddy's tape, then there's no going back from it. Fans should probably move on from the fact that the two might give their marriage another shot. And that's all for today. What do you think about this situation? Is J-Lo actually in those tapes? Is this why Ben is calling it off? Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos. We will see you guys in our next video with more updates from the celebrity world.